Key point 1. It's the deliberate and consistent little things that will lead you to success. Success isn't just about doing well in your field or having your name on a list with other recognized or successful people. Don't be misled by the shiny allure of it. Success means doing consistently better for a longer time than others, which is where the true challenge lies. It is not enough to work hard. Your goal should be to break out from the ordinary, the humdrum of the normal, and do the extraordinary things that make you different and set you apart from your contemporaries. Achieving higher performance doesn't require having a specific personality type, but a particular discipline and regimen. The rules for achieving success have also changed. Now it's no longer a distant dream, but a viable goal attainable for those who work hard and determinedly. As the world evolves, you also must change with the tide and grow if you want better results. In your quest to perform well, distractions will come from every possible direction, whether it's the attraction of social media or the envy of other people blocking your way to success. You need to be ready for when this happens by consistently practicing the 6 essential habits that will set up the discipline you need to achieve your goals. In a world where many people are satisfied with just doing the bare minimum, your deliberate and consistent efforts will set you apart. This summary will reveal what you can do to be a high performer. High performance is about forming habits that help you both excel in and enrich the full spectrum of your life. Brendan Burchard. Key point 2. The clearer your goals are, the simpler it will be to accomplish them. You can have all the necessary knowledge and skills to achieve the next level on your professional journey. Yet, you might have no idea what your next step should be. Sometimes it feels easier to maintain the status quo by living through how you feel, even when you know something is missing. Over time, you begin to feel dissatisfied and doubt your abilities, leading to a decline in your performance. Achieving clarity about your objectives will help you set priorities straight on your professional path. You can obtain clarity by analyzing your options and choosing which ones fit you the best. How clearly you see your path will determine your level of confidence and self-esteem every step of the way. You need to know yourself well to obtain a broader sense of clarity in life, which is a critical part of your journey to success. To improve clarity, concentrate on these 4 areas. Personal. It's not enough to know what you're currently worth to perform better. It would help if you kept growing in the direction of the person you want to become, your ideal self. Evaluate yourself and ensure you're moving in the right direction. Social. It also matters who you surround yourself with. Be intentional about the quality of your relationships by investing as much energy in the people around you as you invest in yourself. Professional. Your growth should not be random, but determined. Select the most relevant skills to your professional development and focus on them. Practical. See the scope of the change you're enacting to stay motivated. How are you contributing to the well-being of others? How significant is your contribution to the world? Keep these questions in mind to connect your work to a broader community. When you learn the difference between busy work and your life's work, that's the first step on the path of purpose. Brendan Burchard. Ask yourself, what is my end goal? Your answer to this question will reveal the next important step. It is possible to create the feeling you want to experience from the many emotions you encounter daily. But stay focused because it is easy to get lost in those emotions if you don't make a choice. Not everything should get you to react. Choose your responses carefully. How you feel is essential to judge whether or not the goal you set will weather the storm.
You've hit a daily streak by completing 3 key points. Great job.
Key point 3. Look out for your energy. It's your fuel on the ride to success. Success requires a lot of energy, so you'll need a reserve of it that will help you perform better in many areas. Energy exists not only in the physical form, but also in mental and emotional states. and a low level of it hurts your ability to perform well and dampens your mood. But the more energy you can muster, the more likely you will climb to the top. Even when you have a lot of this resource to act on your goals and achieve, you must guard against stress and other unexpected occurrences that can deplete it. The better you handle those negative occurrences, the faster you can replenish and move forward. Over time, it is possible to grow your energy levels to a point where they are minimally affected by other factors. Your energy levels are essential for fueling your efforts to keep moving toward your end goal, so take care of them. Some tips for improving your energy levels are: release tension, set interaction. A good mastery of transitioning from one activity to the next on your to-do list is essential in increasing energy. You'll likely lose focus if you don't handle it properly. Try this. Before you begin a task, take a deep breath to release tension and set an intention for the next one. Bring joy. People experiencing and showing more positive emotions have better relationships at work and bring joy to others when they show up. It is necessary for maintaining high performance in work because you get to be in charge of your experience. Showing gratitude for all your experiences is a good way to prepare yourself for more positive results. Optimize your health. If you're going to start working toward improving your health, start by introducing a regular workout schedule and good eating habits. Find a healthy environment where people care about you and commit to enhancing your energy. Did you know? According to an article by the Business Journal, fewer than 15% of the U.S. population are high performers. Key point 4. When you find meaning in your goals, you are one step forward in the right direction. You will have to make many choices as you climb the ladder of success. These choices are influenced by what you deem necessary for your growth. If you don't find it necessary to carry out a task, there will be no consistent action. Understanding how essential it is to stay on track will drive your performance and motivate you to do it. It demands that you take action and get the job done because it is the right thing to do at a particular time, and not just because it is an option. Some factors influence performance necessity, and they can be internal or external. If an action is not making a difference, set new standards while monitoring the old ones. The internal forces are your identity and obsession. Your standards fuel necessity, so you need to be interested in the things you do. Tie your identity to doing a good job and dare to expect something great while setting challenging goals you are bent on achieving. Curiosity is a trait that will help you experiment with many things until you find one that sparks your interest, which you'll embrace throughout your life journey. On the other hand, the external force that drives you to perform well is a social duty that gives you a sense of responsibility to someone other than yourself. It means you are committed to doing something for the other person. You can learn this by doing the following. Know who needs your A game. Find out who deserves your attention. It will help you streamline all your focus. Choose to be a high achiever who has high performance and all-around skills. Affirm the why. Do this for your goals and with the people you meet. Determine the reason behind the tasks and your relationships. Talk to yourself using positive words and keep saying the things you want till you achieve them. Level up your squad. Your support network comprises the people closest to you. The more time you spend together, the likelier you will be engaged in the cycle of giving and receiving essential knowledge and energy. Key point 5. Start each day with a step that leads to your goals. Life is too short to remain unproductive. One of the worst things to do is to be busy without progress. You have probably felt a lot of times that it is impossible to live a balanced life. However, with a deliberate approach to planning, it is, in fact, possible. Doing extraordinary things does not require any superpowers, but deliberate habits. To be productive, you must set goals and focus on them, even in the face of distractions. Creating a balance, especially between work and life, is not just about measuring the hours spent, but the happiness gained from both worlds. Some tips for maintaining balance are: prioritize quality. Determine what matters the most in your area of interest and master how to give quality outputs. It will help you prioritize all your actions by determining what is essential. Chart your 5 moves. You might be good at multitasking, but this can be a path to failure if you don't properly manage it. Make a plan to succeed. It reduces resource waste and stops scattered thinking. Master key skills. Become more competent and master the necessary skills. Everything is trainable, so there is an opportunity for you to learn the things you have yet to discover. Set goals that you want to achieve and measure your progress regularly. People want to be led by a fixer, someone who understands things. Influence is what makes people want to listen to you. It allows you to affect others' views and desires as you wish, no matter your personality. It means you are making a difference in their actions or even how they think. A crucial way to gain influence is to ask people to do something for you without fear of rejection. When you influence others, you change their thinking by telling them what to do and the right way to do it. You also challenge them to think more positively, not aggressively. Always watch your intent and tone portray your value and respect for their opinions. Slowly but steadily, you evolve into their role model. Key point 6. Fortune favors the bold. High achievers are courageous people who show this courage in the big things and even in the smallest steps they make toward their goals. It means you take up a challenge and see it to the end, and you keep showing up for yourself, no matter how scary it is to leap into the unknown. Having courage doesn't always translate to fearlessness. Rather, being brave is about pushing through with your goals, even in the presence of fear. The more things you can accomplish, the more comfortable you and the other people around you become. There are 3 kinds of courage you should be aware of. Physical courage comes into play when you endanger yourself and your physical safety to do something noble. Moral courage means being brave enough to speak the truth or act selflessly toward others. Psychological courage helps you keep a positive attitude in hard times. It's about daring to hope for the better, no matter how dire your circumstances are. Think about each type of courage on your journey to success. Which one is standing in your way? If one of them is less developed than the others, here are some essential steps to enhancing your courage. Honor the struggle. When you decide to do something, you might encounter difficulties. Don't quit. It's just a step in your learning journey leading to your progress. Share your truth. If you show the world what you want to achieve, you'll find like-minded people to help you accomplish your dreams. Find someone to fight for. You won't give up when you have a reason to keep trying. Find that reason. Staying successful is as important as becoming successful. When you are finally successful, staying so is another challenging task. Be careful not to give in to your pride. Those who are no longer successful didn't fail because they suddenly lacked critical skills. They failed because they didn't control their pride and other vices blocking their way. To sustain success, you must avoid cultivating feelings of unjustified superiority, dissatisfaction, and neglect. Conclusion. Remember what got you to where you are now. Your belief that you could do something and then did it. And keep practicing those essential habits that led you to success. It's not just about incorporating new practices and knowledge, but also staying on track with the old ones that worked. Don't be afraid to try new things and fail. That's how you learn what works for you and what doesn't. With time, you'll come up with your unique system of habits and practices that works best for you. To perform better in life, you must continually stay true to yourself and pay a lot of attention to the things that matter. A good way to be confident is to build your competence. A strong belief in your abilities can make you even more self-assured when faced with a task. All the lessons you've learned along the way are important growth benchmarks. Learn to go back to them and see what you can improve. Sometimes it's worthwhile to revise the lessons of the past to shape your future. In the end, people won't remember you for the things you did that millions of other people did too. That is basic. Instead, you will be remembered for doing extraordinary things. Nobody is born great, so everyone has a chance at it. Your willingness to seek clarity, generate positive energy, increase productivity, influence others, and show courage even when things get difficult all matter. Over time, they will give you an edge over others who don't. You too can be extraordinary when you choose to do the things that make you better. Try this. List your goals. Ask yourself what you want from every situation, relationship, or even a brief encounter, and intentionally work toward it. Also, check to see if your squad comprises positive people. Find those not contributing positivity to your journey and let them go.